One question that I got asked a few weeks ago, and that was, I would like to know your take on it. What did you feel about the ending of The Sopranos?
I thought it was...
All right, it's What am I saying? Hold on. All right, it's Monday at 11 o'clock. It's the Chazz Palminteri Show, and I'm so excited. But before I do that, I got to tell you, don't forget the one-man show. Go to ChazzPalminteri.net. And a new deal in my restaurants, Chazz Palminteri Italian Restaurants, 30 West 46th Street, 264 Main Street. From now on, you come and have dinner at my restaurant. All you have to do is say, I saw the Chazz Palminteri podcast. Free dessert!
What?
Free dessert on me. My bosses are not going to like it, but it's too bad.
Wow, you're wild today. You're
wild.
wild.
I know. I told you. Free dessert. We make the great tiramisu. Go to have dinner at my restaurant. Fantastic restaurant. Just say you saw the podcast. You follow me. And don't forget the one-man show. John, where am I at the one-man show?
October 2nd, you're going to be in Indianapolis at the Murat Theater. October 4th, you're going to be in Warren, Ohio at the Packard Theater. October 25th, you're going to be in Collingswood, New Jersey at the Scottish Rite Theater. And November 3rd, you're going to be in St. Charles, Illinois at the Arcada.
Yes, come and check it out. And don't forget ChazzPalminteri.net if you want my merchandise. You can get all the T-shirts, Now You Can't Leave, or The Saddest Day in Life is Wasted Talent, or one of the great ones. So this week I'm very excited because the big shot girls here, because, you know, they're not becoming big stars. They already were big stars. But, you know, they were too busy to have a podcast. We have Kathrine Narducci on my right and Tara Cannistraci on my left. She's spending a lot of time in L.A., killing it in L.A.,
Thank you.
I must say.
Thank you.
And this one here, big movie star, killing it here on the big screen. But now they're back. So we're going to ask them to join in on our Q&A, right, John?
Yeah.
We got questions.
We got questions.
We got questions. Well, we're all like hyped up today, so.
Yeah.
We got audience questions?
I'm on my second cup of tea.
Fan
now.
questions, for sure. People sent them in. We put out posts the other day, and, I mean, these are the ones we got. I think
These
we
are
got
all from Instagram.
all from
All
Instagram.
from Instagram. Go to
Wow.
my Instagram.
Thank you, Instagram fans, for interacting with us. We
Yes.
appreciate you very much.
Ask us any question. We don't give a shit how personal it is.
We don't give a shit.
We will answer it.
We don't give a shite.
Shite.
We got Harlem, Bronx. So that's it.
All right, you guys ready? First question is, what are you doing for your wife's birthday, Chazz?
Who put that up, Gianna?
There's no name on it.
Oh, there's no name on it. What am I doing for my wife's birthday? I'm going to take her for a nice dinner. Go for a nice dinner, just her and I. It's hard to go for dinner, just her and I, but we will. Maybe go for a walk in the city.
How romantical.
Yeah. And
Very romantical.
come home and have a nice night.
And we'll leave it at that.
We'll leave it at that.
All right, next question.
Come home and do the sideways mambo.
Go.
Next question. Similarities of New Yorkers regardless of ethnic background, Black, Italian, Puerto Rican, Jewish, etc.
Say that again, I'm sorry.
Similarities between New Yorkers.
Well, New Yorkers are New Yorkers, but, you know, we all have different similarities, you know. I always found that, you know what I always said? The Italians always go, you got a problem? There was a problem. You know, black people, more like situation here. We have a situation where you know, but you know what's funny about this, about all these ethnic things? The big thing with them is respect. You know what I'm saying?
100%. I think that's a New York thing too.
I think it's a New York
That's
thing.
the biggest
Yeah,
similarity.
you don't respect me, man. You got to respect me. But but New York is New York. You know, we're used to the tough edge, right?
Yeah, I think the similarities are also we're used to being interacting with a lot of people. Like in LA, I'm not knocking LA for this, but other places where you need to have a car, where you're pretty isolated, but you were born and raised in New York. I feel like interacting with each other, it's like a dance of understanding. Like if you're on the train and somebody's right on top of you this way, you know how to turn and interact. And it's like the New York dance of us all interacting with each other and knowing how and how much to close to get, how,
that's
you know,
good.
you
That's a good
understand the body language and how to deal with each other, you know, and you mind your business. Everybody minds their business. You sit on the train, you could see somebody naked taking a bath on the train and they'll be like this.
Yeah.
That's every New York. That's what I see. I'm in with the people. You're in a fancy car being driven around because you're,
It
a
wasn't
movie star.
It wasn't always like that. Thank you very much. Anyway.
I think language is a big thing. I think all those ethnicities have their own language, but I think New Yorkers speak their own language to each other sometimes. Even like she said, the dance, it could be even a silent one. We all get each other in a way that nobody else gets us.
I like what Kathrine said. The other day, Mike and I saw a guy riding an 8-foot-tall unicycle in the middle of traffic, and all he did was take a video, but the people in the video, they're just not paying attention to him.
That's funny. It's like another day in New York.
Yeah. Pick your head up, put your head down.
I mean,
Next. Go ahead.
No, where else could you have a guy like the naked cowboy? Guy's been here for 40 years, you know, collecting money, walks around naked. Oh, he's got his underwear on. But I mean, only in New York that shit happens.
Hey, you said it best. You said you saw a guy walking around with a pancake and a pat
that
of butter
guy.
on his head, and nobody blinked.
Nobody
Right,
blinked.
nobody cares.
I think also being a New Yorker helps you judge people's character better because anybody that I've met from New York, they're able to read people like books, and I think it's a gift that we have as New Yorkers.
Well, that's because you
Yeah.
meet so many different people, you know, in New York. It's a melting pot of people. I tell you, I walked down the street, the guy stopped at a light, crossing the street, and the guy just looked at me and went, "What time is it?" Just like that. I went, "It's 2:00. He went, and he kept walking. Then, excuse me, could I ask you? No, what time is it?
But do you just think it's because we're efficient? I feel like I think it's efficiency. I think we come across as rude when we're just being like,
I didn't. But
efficient.
you know what's funny thing is, it didn't bother me.
yeah, because you're a New Yorker.
I went 10 to 2. Didn't bother me.
You remember the time? 10 to 2.
Something like that. Yeah.
All right.
Next.
Next one. This is a good one. When are Kathrine and I going out on our date? I was this close. We kind of left that open.
A lot of people ask that. That's the one I saw like 2 or 3 like
What?
that. They want to know
The date thing.
why
We never
Kathrine hasn't
we
gone
never
on the
picked
date.
anybody.
And one guy said he got really close. He was one of the guys on
He
the
was
call.
close.
Could I
He was
see
the-
his face? You have a picture of him?
I can try and look.
We got to
up.
get him back on.
When is he going to go on the date with me?
Yeah.
That was the guy that said he was going to take her to dinner, walk around the West Village, do art galleries. Or
I
something.
remember
Tara,
that.
you got to go to a tavern. We said it. You got to go through the filtering of the questions.
We liked him. We don't know. You never finalized it. We were willing to go on the date.
We're going to give you a second look.
Guys, she's chosen my husband to go on.
Call backs to this
The date
week.
with-
Call backs to this
Second
week.
look for Kathrine Narducci's date.
All right, guys, we're back on it. We're doing it before Christmas.
Yes.
Ooh, maybe we'll go to
In
Chazz
December, we're
Palminteri's.
going to Chazz Palminteri Restaurant in the
Right.
city.
In the city. And you mentioned my podcast, Dessert. Okay.
Next.
Next.
Next one. What are the chances of the Yankees winning the World Series?
Well,
You need a crystal ball for that.
they have a shot. They have a shot. I hope they do, obviously. They have a good shot. We're going to get a bye, probably. We don't have to play right away. If the pitching holds up, postseason pitching is everything. We'll see what happens.
All right. Next one. What do you think of Rayo's selling out to Campbell's?
Ooh.
Of who?
Rayo's. They sold their sauce
I
to
think
Campbell's.
Rayo's sold to Campbell's.
Pass.
I'm passing.
Yeah.
Pass. All right.
I don't, why not? They sold for $400 million, something like that.
I agree. They ran their course. Why
They
not?
ran their course, sell it. As long as the quality stays the same, then it's okay. If the
Yeah.
quality doesn't stay the same, then no.
That's very important, yeah.
Linda Fiorentino said that you're the ultimate screen husband. What was it like to work with her?
Oh, so nice of Linda.
What film?
2 films I did with Linda, Jade and Once More with Feeling, I think it was. Yeah, and we played husband and wife both times. She was just the greatest, man. What a great actor. She's a great actress. She should be doing a lot of work right now. She should be. But she just likes to take off. She's huge. She could be a huge star. She's just so talented, and we had a great time together. And she was the ultimate wife.
Oh, I love that. Talk about some recent traveling adventures.
Oh,
Where have
you were
we
just
been?
in Spain filming.
I was in Spain, La Manera, doing this very big film. It was a really commercial film.
I love that guy. I love that
I
actor.
did it with Vince Cassell. And
He's gorgeous.
yeah,
And a beautiful talent.
and great talent.
Great talent.
And we had a great time doing it. That was for OKX, which is a big crypto firm.
How was the food in Spain?
Incredible.
Like Italy, right?
Incredible.
I don't eat the meats like the supersades and the meats and the dried, but I know their cheeses and meats are like Italy kind of level. Right?
Spain was wonderful. We had a great time. I loved it there.
Was that your first time in that part of
Oh,
Spain?
no. In that part, yes.
Yeah.
But I've been in Barcelona a lot. Yeah.
Okay, and Tara's actually going to be traveling soon. She's got her residency. I would like to tell you guys,
Right. A residency.
she's got her first residency in Canada, and the place that's doing it, Yuck Yucks, it's their first residency of having a comedian. So to me, that's a pretty big deal.
My PR rep, I just hired her.
And we have a following in Canada. So
Yes.
where could they see you, Kelly?
That's going to be Yuck Yucks Niagara once a month, one weekend, 4
Starting
shows.
when?
October 10th through the 12th of my first shows, and November 21st through 23rd.
Well, congratulations.
You heard
I
it
didn't
here.
hear
If
that.
you're
you.
watching from Canada, Yuck Yucks. Get
Yuck
the
Yucks.
tickets now.
Hey, are there? I have to ask you a question. Are there any? Is the humor different in Canada than it is in New York? Or
Is the what?
the humor different?
Great audiences in Canada,
Yeah?
from what I've experienced. And, generalizing them like that, I've done a lot of shows there, and their audiences
A lot
are
of
wonderful.
Italians there.
A lot of Italians.
Wow. Okay. Yes, John.
All right, next one. How do you guys prioritize time for your family with your work schedules?
Well,
Actors have a lot of time off. In fact, I
Yeah.
find it easy to do unless like maybe you're on a series where you're number one
you're
and
the lead, like
then you don't. I don't know. I don't have any trouble doing it at
No,
all.
neither do I. How about you?
I feel like I struggle a little bit right now because
'Cause
I
you
feel like I'm
travel.
still in the grind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I still I'm still between like social media and traveling and performing at nights and writing. I sometimes get overwhelmed. Like this Sunday, I didn't want to go anywhere. So I made my family sit out on my deck. I took my laptop. I was working while they were there. We ordered food. I didn't cook. And that was like, okay, I got a Sunday with my family. I didn't cook, but I ordered food and I got to work right there while being around everybody.
right.
Even when I came in here today, I was on my laptop. Then I walked away. I was on my before.
Yeah.
I feel like I got to do things all the
Yes.
time. I'm in that zone. Kathrine will tell me all the time. She knows I complain about it. I feel like I live on my phone.
That's why she likes to take me as the third wheel with Mike. I keep
Yeah,
him
because they
busy.
get nice quality time. She just told me we were all going away for her birthday, which was nice that she included me this time. And it wasn't just him that she was taking upstate. Thank
I
you.
said to Mike, should we go here to this place that I like? He goes, yeah, should we ask Tara if she wants to come?
It was nice that you included me. I appreciate it.
I don't know. Something's going on.
I
But
don't know.
anyway.
People were messaging me after that last episode. Oh my God. The messages I got from you guys.
No, you're right. You and Mike have a
It's definitely a thing. I
thing.
don't know what it is, but it's a thing.
Okay. All right.
Go ahead.
How did the three of you meet?
Oh, well.
We all know how we met.
and
Well,
I know
say
how we
it,
met.
because if they're asking.
We met on Bronx Hill, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 30-something years ago.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I met you, Kathrine, at the place you just promoted me.
That's right, in Canada.
I met Kathrine in
Canada?
Canada.
Yeah, in Canada.
I was performing in Yuck Yucks, Niagara, and she was doing the Sopranos event
Yeah.
the day before in the upstairs
Yes.
place.
And we have a mutual friend.
No, we'll take that part out.
Oh,
She's not a mutual friend?
No.
Do you know she is? Oh, you don't like her? All right, take that part out. Never say, I've been telling people this for years. Never say, oh, we have a mutual friend. Never say that because you don't know if that person likes that
you know
person.
what? That's true.
There's a perfect example
She
right
does
now.
know. That's just her flightiness.
There's
No,
a-
I was forget it.
No. Anyway, I came
We
a
met
day
in Canada.
I came a day early to see her event.
She's
We
a
were
comic?
invited. I was doing a show.
I was doing stand up.
She was doing a appearance as Charmaine Bucco, And she was doing it with Vinny Pastor, and I was doing a show with Vinny Pastor the next night, me and him, and another comic. And I met Kathrine there, and then she goes, "You know what? I'm going to stay an extra day and come and watch your show." And then we hung out. Obviously, her and Mike hit it off, and and it worked. And then I met Chazz on Easter Sunday. I'll never forget it. I couldn't believe he was coming to a strip mall in Yonkers. Not Easter Sunday. It was Good Friday. It was Good Friday.
Yes, it was many years ago, and my friend Phil Folia,
Right behind you.
right behind me, my brother, who I love so much, brought me there. He said, "Look, I saw this Italian comic. She's a girl. She's a woman. She's funny. She's a great person, and we have to help her."
The peanut gallery just walked in.
And I was like, "Hi, honey," and I was like,
Want to give me it? I'll give it
I
to
said,
him.
"What's with this obsession with this girl Tara?" And I know Phil. Anybody else, I
Yeah.
would have said something going on.
Yeah. I was from the Bronx. That was also what he loves.
No,
yeah.
he said, no, she's from the Bronx. She's Italian. We got to help.
That's from your love.
That's thank you, honey. Thank you. So then I said, okay, and I met her, and she was good. She was funny. And then a year later, we invited her to do a charity. Was it a year or two?
It was like a year and a half later, maybe, yeah.
A year and a half later, and she came up, and she just like slaughtered the crowd. And I was like, holy shit, this girl got like really good. And we've been friends forever since.
Yeah. And then Gianna would invite me over to eat.
Yeah.
And we would come, and then we started spending holidays together. Love you too.
All
Thank
right,
you.
bye.
All right.
Next.
Speaking about the Sopranos event, did Narducci ever have the hots for someone on the Sopranos?
Yes, but I'll never tell.
I know.
I did, but I won't tell.
Well,
And he did me, but he'll
And he had
he'll never tell.
I know who it was.
me too, but we can't say it.
No.
No?
I
And
heard
now-
him
You know
and
who
no.
it was? You know? Well, it wasn't
Loose
him.
lips sink ships. Next.
Next.
Oh, come on. Phil.
Not
Just tell
for
me one
here.
thing. Was he a regular?
Uh-huh.
Was he on from day one?
Uh-huh.
Is he still alive?
Start the seat.
I think I know who it is.
Definite. Finish.
I think I know who it is.
You're going to write it down?
Yeah.
Well, don't write it that they can see it. Tilt the pad up.
I know who it is now. So I was right.
Yes. Okay, now let's
Okay.
take it to the grave. Take it to the
Take
grave.
it to the grave. Okay.
Next.
Next.
How do you handle when someone has interrupted you at a meal at a restaurant if they recognize you?
This just happened to you if for a ghost I was with you.
Yes. If I'm eating, if I'm in the process of eating, I say as soon as I finish eating, I'll be more than happy to take a photo. If they can't wait till then I can't help you out. Unless it's a cop or a veteran.
Oh, wow.
That's a good point. What about you, Kathrine?
I stop. I don't think I've ever done that where I said I'm eating. I think I stop and I take a quick picture. Yeah, it's happened to me quite a few times. It happens to me a lot when I'm in Little Italy.
Oh.
And for some reason, when I'm in Boston, in the restaurants in
Oh.
Boston and Little Italy,
Where do they recognize you from? Mostly.
Sopranos?
everything, different things, really different things.
Young kids on the other show, right?
Yes, Euphoria.
In San
Euphoria.
Gennaro, there was a whole section of people for Euphoria from you. Do you remember that on the left-hand side?
Yeah.
I mean, like, not like a section. It was all young kids from Euphoria. Not from Euphoria. That were there because they knew you from Euphoria.
Oh, really? I don't
When
know.
you were on the float. You had a whole section of people from
Aw,
People
that's
know you
sweet.
from your stand-up, mostly.
or probably from the podcast.
From the podcast.
I think I mean, I've interrupted at dinner. I mean, if I sit next to people at a restaurant, they may recognize me and then say, oh, afterwards have a picture, but I don't really get interrupted. But I have a great story. I'll give him a shout out because it's perfect for this. I was at a wedding. My cousin got married and he was dancing with his sister.
Wait, can I ask you where was the wedding?
Jersey.
Okay, Jersey.
And I was dancing with his sister. His mother's passed. So I was kind of like sad. Like I was crying a little bit and like leaning into Mike. And I saw this guy checking me out. And the minute I looked, I thought he was checking me out. The minute I looked at him, he moved away real quick. And then I didn't think anything of it because I was still watching my cousin dance with his sister. I go to the bathroom. I come out of the bathroom. And Tommy, the wedding videographer from Shadowbrook this weekend, was talking to Mike. And so I walk over and I go, hi. He goes, I just wanted to explain to your husband I wasn't checking you out. I go, well, that's rude. I was like, to me?
Right.
And he goes, no, the minute I saw you, I recognized you. I wanted to see if you were from the podcast for Chazz and Kathrine. And so that wasn't rude or anything. But he was great. He even got videography of me so that they knew I was at the wedding because I had to leave early. So shout out to Tommy for that.
Shout out to Tommy.
Yes.
So yeah, that's it.
Oh, man, that's awesome.
But the podcast, a lot of people.
All right, next one. What did you think of the David Chase doc?
Genius.
I loved it. I thought
Genius.
it was great.
I thought it was genius.
I thought it was really, really great.
Too.
It was really interesting to see the people that auditioned for the parts, the casting of it. It was really great.
You know, I got to tell you, I said when I saw it, obviously I saw the screening of it at the Beacon Theater with my cast members. We went. It was a whole big deal. And I sat there and I thought, this is one of the most insightful documentaries, not just because I'm on the show, into telling us about the writer and how writing works and the writer's mind. I said, this should be shown at schools,
Right.
at art schools, because the way they show you from good writing comes from
Life.
your life experiences and your truth and who you
Yeah.
are and being unique and having your own unique life experiences. The good writing, I think that's why The Sopranos, there was nothing like it, because that was David Chase's real life experiences. The way they showed that, the way they showed his relationships with his mother and then show Lorraine and Tony talking and then just all the friends and people he knew. And then they introduce, Michael Imperioli and all the I just thought it was geniusly done.
Yeah, I thought it was.
Who did he do it himself?
Well,
Yeah.
he directed it. Yes.
Yeah.
But it was wonderful. It was really insightful, like she said.
HBO.
You haven't seen it?
No, I literally
yeah.
went to watch the other day and go, oh, it's on Netflix.
How
It must
many
be
episodes
HBO,
is
right?
it? Kathy?
2.
2 episodes. Yeah.
2 parts.
It's really.
It's called Wise Guy.
You did an appearance for it at Beacon, right?
Yeah. They called me the moral compass of the show.
People
Yeah, I
also
thought that
say
was
you're
interesting.
comedic. You were the comedy.
I never thought that. That's why I think it's
A lot
so
of people
funny.
say that to you, though, right?
Sometimes when you're not trying to
Yeah.
be funny and you don't think you're funny, and then people think you're funny, you go, should I be insulted because I wasn't trying to be funny? I think I'm doing something like just something
Yeah,
dramatic, and they're like, you're so funny.
Kathrine, I know you probably won't say it knowing you, but was there any infighting on The Sopranos where some actors didn't like other actors?
Honestly,
It was all.
no.
It was just a big.
I'm not lying. It was a big
So-
love fest.
Big love fest.
Yes.
Yeah?
And,
Wow.
which is surprising after all those years and
You would think no jealousies.
no jealousies or who got more, what. Everybody knew their place. So everybody was self-aware. You knew you weren't the star. The stars were the Soprano family. Edie, Aida, Tony, the kids. The second stories, big stories, Tony Sirico, Vinny, all the
Yeah.
Michael
Michael
Imperioli. You knew your place. I mean, that was the story. And then everybody was it's like a big circle. In the middle is Tony, and it's how everybody affects and interacts with Tony. That's how it goes. So nobody really stepped out of line or was jealous of each other. You got more, you're in. I don't think so. No.
One question that I got asked a few weeks ago, and that was, I would like to know your take on it. What did you feel about the ending of The Sopranos?
I thought it was genius. I myself thought my TV broke, my cable went out.
Yeah.
None of us knew what the ending was going to be. None of us. And I thought it was really genius because you get to create your own ending.
Yes, as much as I love the show, and I thought the show was genius. I wanted for the director, for David to take a stand at the end. I wanted to say,
You wanted an end result?
I wanted an end result. I did. I think I deserved it after watching this for like 8 years. I wanted to see. I just, because the characters were so well done and it was so well written, that I just said, no, I want to see it. I want to see what happens. Well, this is what happens when you live this life, or something. That's just me.
Right.
I think a lot of people say they feel like he was killed by the guy that was there.
Yeah, but that's obvious. Yeah.
Yeah. And some people say the daughter got it or something because she came in at the wrong time.
I mean, look at this. The end lives on forever.
Right.
People will
People
forever
are still talking
discuss
about
what
it.
they think happened. Is Tony dead? Or is he alive? Is it, it's a never-ending discussion. It keeps you thinking.
Yeah, I guess so.
I think David Chase might have confirmed recently that Tony got whacked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did say that. Yeah.
I think he did, yeah. But there's a lot of clues and breadcrumbs throughout that last season that were really cool. Like when you die, everything just goes to black. So that was a great callback, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But
I
that's
like
just,
that point.
yeah. I wanted to ask too on that topic. I've heard Tony Sirico is the real deal. How is he in person?
The absolute best. You mean the real deal, like a real made guy?
He heard. No, I heard
he
he
wasn't
served.
made. No, he wasn't made.
A
I heard
real,
he-
in the mafia.
Yeah, I think he did jail time.
He
Yeah.
did, but he wasn't made.
But he's in interviews and he says it himself. It's not like we're outing him, and he says it himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was. But a doll, the best. Oh my
a
God,
real
funny.
funny and a gentleman.
Oh yeah,
Sweet guy. I liked him. I
Very.
liked Tony a lot.
yes.
I liked him a lot.
That was a big loss. Him and Frank Vincent and James were the biggest losses in this industry, to me. I was very close with Frank Vincent.
I
Very.
liked him too. Very good actor. Very good actor.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? These are great questions on The Sopranos, about The Sopranos. You know what? Listen, you want these questions? You can go to Chazz Palminteri. Go to my Instagram. You can go to Tara's Instagram. You can go to Kathrine's Instagram. Ask us questions. You know, we like doing episodes of certain topics, but we're just having fun with our audience. So things you're really pissed off about, like I'm sick and tired of what? What are you sick and tired of? Tell us. Give us a question. We'll see you next week. Don't forget the Chazz Palminteri Show every Monday at 11 o'clock. My restaurants, go there, have a great Italian meal. Say you saw the Chazz Palminteri podcast, have dessert on me. God bless you, and I'll see you next week.